Might as well just leave that there for now. I've already got my veggie chips sliced. Next we'll get into chicken. Start preheating our oven for the cookies. Nice. Now there is still some flour at the bottom here that needs to get worked in. Like, I'm honestly feeling like I should almost add some more butter into this mixture. It just feels so solid. Nice. And some of these recipes, reading the recipes, I don't know what the hit point caps are these days, but some of these have got some serious regen on them. A level squish from 60 to 120. That's something I hadn't heard happen. I guess if you can split a stock, you can split a player level. Totally not saving that so I can lick it out after stream without anyone watching. And then each of these with a wet hand. Let's get these all a little tamped down. No worries, Bun Bun. What's Grandpa got to say? We got chocolate cookies with chocolate chips in them. Ready to go in the oven. The oven's heating up for those. Okay, what do we got going on here that we need to do in forehand? Do I want to do the chips? Nice, Bun Buns. I think I'm going to use this bad boy for frying tonight instead of this one. I think I'm going to get into breaking down the chicken here next. Oh, they put gizzards into this one. That's not usual for this. Give my hands a proper rinse off here and let's do this battle. Get that out of the way before we butcher up this chicken. To war. To war. I totally missed these guys down here at the bottom corner. Oh, I didn't see them at all. They're all hitting underneath me right now. Oh, that's a bummer. Looks like they're coming for us instead of the statue, though, so that's good. No problem. What boss level? What boss? Just destroyed them. Will Poker getting them kills for us. Albert Prime helping us out with the assists. Will Poker and Catalina getting the rewards. I got a skin out of that too. Alright, we going top or bottom this path. We got a blue, we got a silver. I think blue and silver is the path to go here, just right down the center. Oh, this is all leveled up now. That I can use whatever the heck I want now. I got my leveled up warrior. I can move on to using whatever I want. I'm gonna go for a flag bearer. We're gonna do vibing in through here, but not in the purple. But that means you gotta pick up the pace as far as tanking. We need tanks out there, we need warriors out there, because that's usually my job. And I think, well, let's take a quick look at the store. The store's updated since last time I was there. And I don't really need anything more scrolls anymore either. What we got on quests that I gotta do here? Five units to 30. Why does it always switch back to rarity? That annoys me. So these are the ones we gotta work. We gotta work on 2 out of. Okay. Okay. Let's go butcher a chicken. You got a lemon pie rogue. Is it a meringue rogue? Not digging this knife tonight for working with the chicken. I gotta sharpen my knives again. It's been a minute again. Put the cookies in the oven. Let's get them doing. I don't know why I'm preserving the skin on this breast. I'm planning to just tear it right off after I'm done getting it off the bird. Time. Oh, I'm out of gallon bags. Oh. Gizzard bag. Oh yeah, that's beautiful work right there. That looks like a perfect chicken breast. I'm sure everyone would be happy to have that. That falls under me just being lazy, rushed and lazy, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. Exactly, Catalina. Come on, slide off, chicken. I don't want to get anything else dirty to get you on there, in there. Move. Oops. Sorry for bumping the camera, folks. These things get warm. Like the C920s that I used to use, instead of these, they never really got warm to the touch. You touch those are hot. Like, I don't think it's gonna burn me or nothing, but it's warm enough that I think the average person would not enjoy touching it. Thank you for the follow. Debating on what's next. What's next is probably taking these chocolate chippers out of the oven here. So we got chocolate chips. We got chocolate cookies. The description on the I don't know, maybe you can help me out with this if you're still lurking around listening, Catalina. It doesn't seem like there's very complex recipes for these in WoW. It's more of like almost like a spell cast, and then, wow, you have this. It isn't so much that they're a ton of reagents or required ingredients for people to have in order to make the foods. So like I wasn't even sure if I should add chocolate to these or not. They're chocolate cookies. Why not add chocolate into them? Buns. Peanut butter and marshmallow. That just sounds tasty. I actually haven't had any of this stuff in my kitchen for quite a while. Speaking of peanut butter. And actually, it's been even longer since I bought it in a jar of this stuff. Yeah. It's been a minute since there's been some peanut butter in this house. Flour and cocoa beans. Okay. Well, there's cocoa in there. I at least went with the actual cookies being chocolate, so. That's good. I don't think a lot of people nowadays are all pushing towards, we got to help the environment because, it's being ruined by us making food. That said, I still don't think many people realize where a lot of their food comes from. Like, so much of our culture and so much of our stuff built into our country, at least here in the States, is to essentially disassociate people from the fact that they're eating an animal when they eat meat. Awesome, Merlin. Sort of want to use this for that, but yeah, let's swap here. Decided I want to use the pan for making my sauce here, so I'm swapping bowl for pan here. That's awesome, Catalina. That's awesome. Oh, there's still 2 in here. I thought it was down to 1. Now I'm down to 1. Oh, by the way, with the calamari, I am going to suggest if you ever make calamari yourself at home, you're cutting them, you're making them, you're frying them like I did on Wednesday, or on Friday. Take the skins off. It was not bad, but I did find with the skin, what happened was it essentially heated up separate from the actual like meat of the tube on the calamari, and so it just didn't do it. It's going to be better if you take it off. It's not the end of the world. I enjoyed eating them with the skin on. There was no real hassle with it, but I think they're going to look better, and I think it's going to be a better product if you do take that skin off on them. Let's see here. Where are we with? I don't know why I was doing that. We'll start making our peanut butter marinade / sauce here. I've got a puck of stock in there. We'll add some peanut butter. Doing great, Celtic. Welcome in. Don't want to do anything. I haven't wanted to do anything until I got streaming tonight, but doing well. I'll add some mirin. Some soy sauce. I'm sort of doing stock here, a little ice cube of stock here, instead of some sort of coconut milk or something along that line. You can find them recipes going both ways, where they use the chicken stock or some sort of veg stock base, and you can see a lot of them with coconut milk. I think many can guess why I'm not doing coconut milk here. Let's give this a warm up. The heat will help loosen up the fat in the peanut butter. Thank you, Celtic. Been doing it for years. It's a great tip, yes. I don't even remember where I stole it from. Oh, and the other thing we're going to add here is a little rice wine vinegar, too. And I'm using crunchy peanut butter, so there's going to be bits of peanut in here. You can use your preference of peanut butter for making this. Bring that up to a boil, just briefly. I use two things. I use ice cube trays and bags. So I break my chicken stock down to 1.5 pound bags by weight. And then that way when you throw them in the freezer and they're still liquid, you can just jam them in there. All right, and there's our chicken peanut sauce. I would absolutely love to have a chamber sealer of my own, but no, what I do is I fill the bags, and since it's liquid, it's pretty easy to just get it up to the line by hand, just forcing the bag closed and forcing the air out, and then I just got a bag sealer. So they're sealed like a chamber would, but they're not. I just hand remove the air. Do I want to do this while it's this warm? Why not? I do want to leave some of this over, not using all of this to combine in with the chicken. Oh hey, I didn't add any salt or anything to this. That'd probably be a good plan. Still got the oven on for some reason. Silly Jason. MSG. Pepper. We're gonna let that all hang out and get to know itself a little bit here while we toy with some other projects. Like, how do these look? Not chocolatey pulling, but there's definitely some chocolate in there. Cookie. Yep. Under Pressure is a great book. Actually, it's one of my favorite books that I own as well. I would love to, yeah, I'd love to do things like, I'd love to try compressed watermelon. I haven't tried doing that ever. And there's some other things that would be cool to do. Well, good on you, Bun Buns. Now you just got to keep with it. Now you got to, you cracked, but you got to jump back on and stop again. All right, so we got a flame on our oil. It's only about 90 degrees right now. Fan's still going, so we're good with that. I've gotten a slightly different opinion of Keller after I lived here in Sonoma near him. But, yes, I have a strong... He's leading all of the top posts. I mean, he may not have the top restaurant anymore in the U.S., but, I mean, he's certainly leading the industry as far as the president of meetings, and, I mean, he's leading our, Bocuse team, and things like that. He's a wonderful advocate for my college. That is not what I thought it was. Which of the veggies do we fry first, folks? I think it's probably going to be the chips. Well, they're all chips. Debating between potato and sweet. I think I'm going to do sweet first. Especially since it's the ones we got the most of. And frying's going to take a moment tonight, folks. Because we apparently have a ton of chips to fry. No, I don't get that impression really, but I get the impression that his status is, I mean, he's just a man. And the impression I got is he nearly bankrupted himself getting this kitchen rebuilt, because if anyone's not familiar, the French Laundry, which, if you're unfamiliar, is one of the top restaurants in the United States and has been for decades. Decades at this point. They just redid the kitchen on the place. And like I said, I think in the last 5 years, he came pretty close to bankrupting himself just to redo that kitchen. I never had the chance to sit down and talk with him. Have I seen him in person? I don't remember if I have seen him in person or not. If he came to college when I was there or not. Then again, yeah. But we got a battle to do. Let's go to war. Thank you for that follow. Victory. Bun's getting our kills. Hummer's getting us some assists there. Honorable mention to Catalina there. She's doing not too shabby there with the killing either. Will Poker and Catalina getting the scrolls. Or the goodies, at least. Continue down this center row. I'm gonna go with a monk. Oh yeah, it's also most certainly in that class. There's these days it's like a class of restaurants where it's essentially an event. He was very famous in the fact that he has 3 receptions on duty to essentially tell people no, because they open up reservations 1 month ahead. I think it is. I forget what it is, but either it's 6 months ahead or a month ahead, and like if you don't call that day, you don't have a chance of getting a reservation. We'll see how we do here in 30 minutes. You already got a wide selection of people here to help us out. We're gonna go back to hopefully frying some chips here soon. And if you're on the East Coast, you can go to Crusade instead, which... Oh, hey. My microphone died. Okay. Yeah, the battery just died on one of them. Per se is still open. It may have temporarily closed because of COVID, but I don't think there's any question that Per se is going to continue. And they are essentially the same restaurant, just in 2 different locations. They quite literally have a live TV feed between both of the kitchens at all times. Quite amazing. Like, it's like Twitch for both of them all the time because they're both broadcasting to each other. Now you got me wanting to Google this. I'm pretty certain the Per se is still around. Yep, it's still there. So I'm going to strain the sweet potatoes. And I'm not going to be doing any insane drying techniques here. Just going to let those drain out while our oil gets the last 100 degrees we need. I'll move this camera a little bit. Apologize ahead of time. There we go. Straighten it out a little bit and tighten it up. Warm chocolate cookie. Actually, they're starting to cool down already. Celtic. Yeah, I'm a little worried how the beet chips are going to turn out tonight. I'm going to be honest with you folks. I did do those very thin, and beets, from my memory of having done this ages ago, they shrivel up something good when you fry them, so I'm a little worried about those beets. Potato, sweet potato, there's no question, they're potato chips. Anything green? Like, anything with chlorophyll in it? Bad vitamin K. Give it a couple more degrees. We're over 300-ish. Oops. And we're just gonna fry them until they lose their moisture. But even with the sweet potato, they constrict so much. Like, those are, like, maybe 2/3 the size of when I threw them in the fryer. And that's the ones that are, like, flat still. How's our oil temp? Getting there. I'm gonna stop until the bubbles go until the bubbles stop, basically. We're not going too hot. Now we're starting to get some color quick in here. And onto paper towel. Too dry. Still a little soft. Which is sort of amazing to me that we didn't quite get all the moisture out of that. Okay. It was just a drying thing. Those are gonna be good. Welcome back, Catalina. We're frying sweet potatoes. Going a bit bigger with this batch. Steam was almost too much for the camera there. Salty. Hey, sweet potato fries are great too. I mean, chips are one thing, but that's how you go through a 5-pound sack, is fries. Chips is how you make one potato last forever. I wear pants as little as possible, folks. So feel privileged that, you know, I've bothered to put them on for you. Sounds like a plan, Merlin. Done hanging out with Grandpa for the night? Dad. My apologies. Raven. Fine salt over the freshly fried. Gonna have to remember to buy some frying oil here soon. This is the last of my oil in the house for frying. I got plenty of lard to use for like baking, but as far as frying, I just been going through it. Used up all that piggy fat. Oh wow, I got another frying session here. I was hoping I was going to be down to 2 here. Or down to one last batch of sweet potatoes, but we got 2. I, for the longest time, could not stand Crocs and still refuse to wear mine out in public, but I'm wearing Crocs right now. They're okay, I guess. But they're a heck of a lot cheaper than the Birks that I used to wear when I used to wear these type clogs in the kitchen. I long ago, in professional terms, switched to wearing Doc Martens. They just wear a lot better. They feel better. Yeah. Sadly, they don't make Docs. Someone bought Docs in last decade, and they got rid of the shoe that I used to love for working in kitchens with. Between being a steel toe, having just like super anti-slip, you know, they were the greatest. I mean, it wasn't a situation where, I mean, I know most people steel toes are like, oh, that just means they're permanently going to cut your toes off. But in a kitchen, I'd prefer that over the leather when it comes to dropping a pan full of stock on it. Because it's not actually going to bend the metal. It's not like I'm working somewhere where it's going to have, like, something with tons of weight drop on my foot. Do you be careful with steam when you're doing something like that? Because, much like that camera, that doesn't feel any better on your skin. And steam burns, they're like the worst ones because they happen before you realize they're happening. And by the time you realize they're happening, your hand's usually already somewhere where you have to pay the consequences to keep moving. You're either in the middle of pouring something or your hand's already over the pot. No, Raven, what is the, was it an Ashcroft type shoe? It was more of a standardized, it was a lower, like I wasn't trying to wear those traditional high over the ankle docks. It was more like an office shoe that was still professional. I missed the comment about them helping your height out, Catalina. I can imagine that, Merlin. That was the... Though... Oil companies are not exactly the greatest at their public safety. A couple of them have greatly improved that since then, but since they've had some major event, but you listen to what goes on in countries outside of the U.S. In the U.S., we got tons of regulations and Are those veggies? That they are, oh brother. Welcome in. Currently frying some sweet potato chips. We're going to be frying some potato and beet chips after this. And then our last project is going to be our peanut chicken skewers, which I have to still get onto skewers. We've got our chocolate chippers already finished up here. So welcome in. Take your pants off, relax with us. Fresh salt over the new chips. They're still over 300. I'm gonna give that a second to warm up again. It's as simple as this, Merlin. People want energy, and they want it as cheaply as possible. There's a decent population of the world that cares about environment, but it breaks down to people need electricity. They need to heat their houses. We're going to really see that here this winter in Europe. People need to heat their homes. Potatoes are next. Has anyone figured out why I picked this giant high-walled pan to do my frying tonight instead of the lower one? Just flying it around, not worrying about it. That's the beauty of having these nice high walls. Not worried about oil splashing over on them. Merlin. We get ourselves another emote, we might have to do a pants off emote. I don't know how Twitch would feel about that though. Uh-oh. Hopefully it wasn't a fire, Merlin. But speaking of that, has got me thinking of making sure the areas around here may be dry. Pre-measured the oil with bird in it and not allowing. Okay. Not enough room for the overflow. Sounds like you had a mess on the floor. Hopefully that was all it was. Fresh salt on our freshly finished chips. Ooh, battle time. We saved it. That was the important part. They switched the switchy thingy. Let's hope it doesn't kill us all now. What are the rogues going after? Rogues going after something you can't even see on the screen. Victory. Catalina getting them kills. Morocco helping out with the assists. Honorable mentions to Dorrant and Will Poker. Bun Buns and Odorant getting our rewards. Making sure the oil isn't getting too hot here while we're doing that. I went with war. Let's go with something else here. I'm gonna go with an archer. We're gonna vibe here in the center. All right, time to fry some taters. Oops. Meant for that to go on the floor. Gotta feed the Roomba somehow. Yeah, that is sort of weird, Bun Buns. Because both the bot has an insane amount of points because I've used it for testing. And I believe I have it set in the software as though it's a bot. But apparently it counts it. I think Merlin was saying he has 11 maxed out characters. Something amazing / ridiculous at the same time. These chips actually turned out a bit lighter than the last time I did this with tater chips. They got some nice crunch to them though. Give you that. Max Priest, 2 Warlocks, Druid, whoa. You be hooked. You be hooked. Have you gotten much into the PvP stuff, or you stay just all PvE? Yep. No, we're still sizzling a bit. Let's get all that water out of these. They're crisping up nice. I was just wondering because a lot of the... I've said before, I'm addicted to watching NoPixel. And there's a segment of NoPixel people that are all high-end PvPers, and wow. Awesome, Catalina. So there's our sweet potato and potato chips. We got one more batch of regular potato chips. before I start working into the beets. We're getting down to some of those ugly small potato pieces that didn't quite cut at the beginning. Now these I expect these full slices here, these might end up being quarter size or smaller once we're done. Beets they just lose so much moisture when you fry them. But the first cooking school that I went to, there was a restaurant ran by the school, and I did some co-op work there, and we used to do these, but we sliced them thin like a waffle fry, so that, you know, it was like a hex pattern, and they would just fall apart, just like it would be impossible to keep them looking nice. I have the piece both for this one and my other mandolin that could have done that, but it never turns out nice either. Ooh, that was a long dad joke. Oh, dad joke. Fine salt. There's our final batch of potato chippers. These are all nicely golden brown and tasting lovely. It's reminding me of better made potatoes. What swords? I have no idea what that's referencing, but it still makes me laugh. Let's see what temp we're at with the oil. If that... Oh, we're doing lovely. Yep, these things are shrinking down into nickels. Not even quarters. That would be me, Merlin. I'm not big into groups. I've always enjoyed soloing stuff. A lot of my time in EverQuest was like soloing camps and keeping camps to just farm things. I played a wizard a lot of the time, so I spent a lot of time kiting too. What few groups that I did spend a lot of time in were typically like AoE groups, where we get the actual experience. Those aren't crisping up very nice. I'm hopeful that they're gonna crisp up a bit, but they're rather thin. Let's see how the rest of these do. I'm gonna do all of these at once because they struggled so much. Again, keep aware of steam. I almost got myself there. How do raids do things these days? Do you have like DKP and stuff like that still, or How do guilds decide things these days? DKP. Oh, that's interesting, Catalina. And on to our last batch of the beets here. I would be more worried if there was actual decent water in here, but there isn't much water in here at all. These might just turn out really dark between them browning. Well, you still got 7 minutes to get a couple more units out there for Stream Raiders. We got one last batch of frying here to do before we get into making ourselves our chicken. You can see how much this oil has changed color since I started. Like, that was some nice, clean looking oil when we started. Now it's looking pretty brown, isn't it? Liking the circles, liking the rings and the purple beet. They look sort of cool in the chips. They're usually sort of annoying to me though, because those white lines to me typically have some fiber strands going through them. So if you're keeping the beet whole, or if you're, they're just fiber in there. But they're pretty here, so that's cool. I just keep eating them, they're good. They're so small now. Heat off's on the oil. The oil is heat is off. We want that to cook, otherwise it's going to be soggy. Salt in the last of those. So we got our beet chips. With our potato and sweet potato. I can't stop eating them. Really? Really? So I'm going to run some water over these, though I'm not really going to be heavily grilling them, so I'm not too worried about them burning. Often when people are doing this, they'll soak them for a while just to make sure that they're completely hydrated, but I'm not going to worry about them that badly. And I need something to work on this aside from that, so let's pull out our raw meat board again. And let's get the skewering. I don't know how many of these I'm actually going to do, but I figured I probably wouldn't do more than 4 with 2 breasts. I'm not going to tightly pack them either, so that they grill somewhat easily. I want them just sort of barely together here. Let's do our battle to war. Uh-oh. This is not looking good, folks. This is going to be a close one. Uh-oh. Not a close one. Oops. Let's give that another shot, folks. Barbarian. Let's go with Berserker. It's been a minute since I've used a Berserker. I'm going to put him up top over here. I moved it on everyone after seeing where all the units were. That was a rough one, dinner with Mom. Welcome in. Alright, we got our oil here on the stove still. I am going to move that into the back corner here, carefully to do so, just to get it out of the way here. We have our extra sauce. I'm still keeping that, but I need room for this lovely. This is looking like it needs a little oil. So we're going to oil this up before we start heating it. I gave this a really good scrub off the other day after using the other side for the pancakes, and so it needed a little oil refreshing. And I'm just going to start with a low flame here, just making sure the whole thing heats up nicely. Alright, back to skewering. You can actually see the chicken has slightly cooked from our marinade. It finally cooled down a little bit today. It was still a warm day, but it only got up to like 78, which I can do that. That's 78's okay. I mean, I don't want to go outside and do heavy yard work in that temp, but I'm not dying just from walking at that temp either. Awesome. Yeah, we can go for some rain. And we have our skewers. The peanut sauce is Asian inspired. I don't know if any of the rest of it would be Asian inspired. Though, I think you know this already, but everything today is WoW inspired. So this sauce has all been all over the raw chicken. So we're not going to use any of this sauce from this point on. We're going to strictly use a little bit of sauce that we got sitting on the stove over there. Barely even starting to get warm here. Ooh. That oil is hot. Yeah. Let's get that up and smoking on the stove. And I think, in my mind at least, the whole panda thing, it makes sense that recipes from Pandaria, excuse me if I'm butchering that pronunciation, are Asian. I know the lav mic isn't really picking those up, but they're crunchy. It's alright, Merlin, I can barely speak. Who cares about typing? I can understand that. I can read through them. Why are you no smoking yet? Cookies. I actually think this is going to be a good serving bowl for our chips. It's had just a little bit of water in it, so I'm not too worried about. And our raw chips. So I'm not too worried about that. And we have mixed potato chips. I just thought the white and orange would dominate if I threw all of those in there.